Very warm welcome indeed. Friday morning, the 20th of January. Great to be with you. Lovely to have you with me. I've got two bets. They both run later on today at Newcastle, at Gosford Park on the all-weather track up there where I've been so supremely successful predicting stacks and stacks of big price winners. Today, I've got two free bets for you. They pay out to around about 40 to 1, 4-0 blind 40 in a double. But I'm going to have the two singles and then I'm also going to have the double as well. I'm actually going to have an each-way double. So both horses in the frame, it's going to come to a little bit of a nice tidy profit, but if either one wins it will show very handsome profits, that's for sure. So two bets coming up to in just one moment, and the next time to call will be at 6 o'clock tonight, and that will be for Saturday's action. Not been online in the last couple of days, not too much to tell you on this channel, although I've picked over 1,000 winners. I'm only coming on here when I've got something to tell you, and I do have something to tell you today about these two horses at Newcastle. So with no more ado, let's get straight into these two pretty strong bets, to be honest with you. As I say, one's at 4 to 1, that's one I'm going to open up with in a moment, and the other one's at 7 to 1, which runs in the race previously to this race at Newcastle. So let's start in the 4:15 with a bet on number 1. It's called End Zone, trained by Roger Fell and ridden by Tom Marquand. I believe this 6-year-old to have an outstanding chance after fourth last time up. That was at Newcastle last time on the 12th of January. Needed the run last time. It hadn't run for a couple of months previously on the 1st of November. But Roger Fell's got the 6-year-old absolutely cock on. Runs off a mark of 67 in a 0 to 65 handicap. And that looks pretty much potentially a winning mark, that's for sure. Raced in a 0 to 70 last time out. So we drop in grade with End Zone. We've got Tom Marquand on top of the horse instead of Sam James. Nothing against Sam James, but Tom Marquand, certainly a brilliant jockey, and no doubt about it, End Zone's got a few pound in hand with him on board. And as I say, dropping down in grade from a 0 to 70 to a 0 to 65 off a mark of 67, same mark as last time when it did run well at Newcastle when fourth behind Fast Style. I think this is something to bet on today. You may want to back it each way. I'm going to put it in each way double because it is 4 to 1, and you only lose a little bit if it's in the frame at 4 to 1, fifth for the odds, 80% sort of thing get back. So I think each way would be the order of day, but I'm going to, for betting purposes, for me, for trading purposes, I'm going to say win bet on End Zone. But if basically, I think each way sort of looks, I'm not going to say a bet to nothing because there's no such thing, but it's pretty much that way. Number 1, End Zone in the 4:15 at Newcastle. That's the first bet of the day on this free-to-air YouTube channel, of course, for Peter's Racing Tips. Well, it is great to have you with me, and although racing's been a bit thin on the ground, that's for sure, and sooner or later it's going to relent and we're going to get stuck into it big time. And of course, with Cheltenham on the horizon, only a month or so away, month and a bit, I'm very excited about that. I've got some real big anti-post bets lined up, some big stuff certainly in the handicaps there as well. I'm looking for 20 to 1, 25 to 1 winners. In the big handicaps there is my forte, and I'll be telling you all about them in due course. Plenty of time before that, but I've already got my eyes right on the radar on two very big bets indeed, potential handicap winners at the big meeting. At 3:45 then at Newcastle is the second and final bet of these two respective advices. And I'm very sweet on this horse. It's number 5. It's called Hildonley, trained by Tim Easterby and ridden by David Allen. Runs off the mark of 58, same mark as last time. And this horse has had 2 quick runs in January on the 2nd and the 12th. But no doubt about it, it's ready to strike today. Number 5, Hildonley, going in a 0 to 60 race. And this race today, in my opinion, is certainly well within its grasp. Ran last time up, but David Allen rode it, left it with way too much ground to make up, and hopefully he's learnt his lesson from that. I think he has, and he'll stay a little bit closer to the action, and I think it's going to take some beating. It's a good price, 7 to 1, so I'm going to have an each way bet on number 5, Hildonley, who ran really well, although only sixth last time, officially of 11 runners, and say had too much ground to make up and got beat about 4 lengths all in all behind a horse called Crystal Guard. So I'm going to go each way on Hildonley in the 3:45, and I'm actually going to go each way on End Zone as well and have the each way double. I do think End Zone is a great win bet if it was 3 to 1, 11 to 4. I think that's what price it should be. But if it is 4 to 1 now, and if it goes out 9 to do 5 to 1, looks a cracking each way bet if you see where I'm coming from. So End Zone in the 4:15 at Newcastle, Hildonley in the 3:45 at Newcastle. Those are my two recommendations for you, both at Gosford Park, and I think both of them are going to take a bit of beating. So I'm going to have the 2 singles and the each way double. That's it from me to you. Go get them, and I'll see you at 6 to 9.